G'day, g'day.
What's going on?
The MUTAGENTS are back for 2025. We took a couple of months off, but
It's been a while.
we're revved up and raring to go for the new year.
God, that intro made me feel a bit like a rock star. Walking
I
the
like
stage.
that. I like that.
I like the music.
Dino, is that your work or Sarah's work?
That is Sarah's work. Yeah. She did and she found it. And yeah, we got it spot on. Let's
that's
go.
awesome. No, I like it. I like it. Short and sharp and punchy and gets us fired up. So please pass on our thanks to Sarah for that. That's awesome. Everybody, welcome back to the MUTAGENTS live stream for 2025. We've got some fun stuff to cover tonight. We're talking merch. You know, we've spoken about the toys, and we will continue to speak about the toys. Obviously, we've spoken about the cartoon, the movies, the trading cards. Now, we're just getting into all the weird and wacky merch, the stuff that we remember fondly, the nostalgic stuff, the stuff that we had as a kid, and also just the completely random things that you collect and pick up in your travels as a TMNT collector. So, a lot to cover. Before we jump into it, though, let's say g'day to everybody in the chat.
G'day.
Johnny,
Always nice and early.
We've got Scree. Hey, Scree.
Going on, Scree? How are you, buddy?
Are you guys getting a bit of echo?
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of echo.
Oh,
Someone vacuuming?
No, I'm not vacuuming. I do have an aircon on in the background.
have you guys got echo cancellation on? Just in the audio settings while we keep going through the chat.
Yep, I got mine on.
Yep.
Appreciate you tuning in, mate. G'day, Andrew.
Yeah, sort of.
Shanko in the house. Hey, Shanko. Indeed, Johnny. Time to break out the turtle soap. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I've definitely brought some turtle branded personal products, not soap. But they certainly did it. They did the bubble bath. They did the soap dispensers. They did all that good stuff. The talcum powder.
They did everything.
Hey, Minikins. Appreciate
Hey,
you tuning in, boys.
Happy New Year, everyone.
We've got Ian here.
It's getting louder.
Yeah, what's going on there, boys?
No, I'm going to mute mine just see if it's...
Yeah, it went away then.
It's cut out, Dan. Alrighty. Dan will be back. We'll keep running through the chat. I was stressing that it was me for a minute. I'm glad we got to the bottom of it. Adam Collects. Hey, buddy. I even have a piece of... Among the assortment of random turtle merch that I pulled out, there's definitely something you gifted me included there, mate. So, yeah, look forward to showing that off.
And Ian, I don't think I said hi. How are you, buddy?
G'day, Ian. Did I put Ian's comment up on the screen? Hey,
you
buddy.
did.
Ian's tuned in with a glass of wine ready to go.
Beautiful.
Phil. G'day, Phil. Appreciate you tuning in,
Phil.
mate. We got a new friend joining us, Valo. Welcome. Appreciate you tuning in.
Welcome to Turtle Crazy World.
We got Nick Smith. G'day, Nick.
How we going?
And I think that just about brings us up to speed.
Guy back.
Dan, are you unmuted?
Any better?
It's back.
It's back. Just maybe turn your camera off. Yeah. All right. How are we?
I didn't say g'day to Sean. Hey, Sean. Hope you're well, mate.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
tuning in.
Episode 16, Scotty. That is just insane.
I know, man. I know. We're getting up there. And we've got Enz joining us. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, Enzo?
Hope you're doing well, mate. We're happy to keep you a bit of company on the drive home. That's awesome. All righty. That brings us up to speed on the chat. Dino, if you can keep an eye on that and just let me know if anyone else pops in who don't notice, let me know.
Will do, Scotty. No. Dan.
No.
There, Dan.
Just drop out and try to come back in. It might clear it up.
Yeah, might be best just to restart it and pop back in. Yeah. Alrighty, so Dino, keep an eye on the chat just in case I miss anything because I'm out of practice. We've not done this in a few months, but like I mentioned right at the top, you know, we've got quite a bit to cover. Deano suggested the idea of, covering some of the merch, which I thought was a great idea. And the more I don't know about you, Dean, the more I start to look through tubs or look at the things that are stored away, or even the things that are on display, but they sort of fade to the background of the display, like it's just so much of it. And I've never really set out to collect TMNT merch. Like it's the kind of, if you go to toy fairs regularly like we do, you might not always find the figures you're looking for, but you're always going to find some fun merchandise. So there's definitely tons of it. And I know between the three of us, we've got a heap. So definitely looking forward to sharing some of that. And I'm sure there's going to be overlap in what we have and the memories that we had of it as a kid. So we'll talk merch a little bit, and we'll do figure spotlights as we usually do each time to give you guys in the chat, a closer look at some of the figures that we love most, maybe the iconic ones, the ones that are really random that you might not have heard of. And Dan, if we can get the audio issue sorted, has also lined up some sewer news for us, because we've not done an episode since, I believe, October. And that October episode was very much Toxic Crusaders focus. So I don't think we've done an installment of sewer news since September. So we've got a lot to get us caught up on.
Yeah, man. That does sound better.
Crystal clear, my friend.
Fucking weird.
It is weird because when we're in the green room, it sounded perfect. So I don't know what that feedback was, but most important,
New technology, mate.
That's it. But you were right, Scotty. There is tons and tons of TMNT merch that's been made since the 80s, and yeah, we don't even have close to anything that's available out there. Turtle Mania of the early 90s just labeled TMNT on everything that they could think of, absolutely everything. So yeah, pretty insane. Pretty excited to show some of this stuff.
For sure, we've got some theories in the chat of what might be the cause of these audio issues. 3D printing rendering. Dan's been exposed to some radioactive waste, but no, we've got him back loud and clear. So
I'm back.
And we've also got someone else who's joined us, Hiro Ishiguro. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in
from Japan.
Yep, we've got multiple people from Japan tuning in, so we absolutely appreciate that. So, like I said, a bit to get through. Focus of tonight's episode is all that good merch. We'll sort of change things up as we go and do some figure spotlights and do some sewer news and probably bring it home with some more merch at the end, because if we showed everything that we've got and we talked about all of our memories of merch, this would be a marathon episode, and we'd like to keep things pretty tight. So as Deano suggested before we went live, maybe we do a second installment of merch later on. But who wants to kick us off? Do you want to start?
All right. I'll start with something you boys have probably seen before in my collection, but a lot of people probably haven't seen it in the chat. So these are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle plates.
Party plates.
Yeah, party plates from 1990. So these are actually still sealed. I don't know if you can see a little sticker here.
The detail they did on the artwork, that's so cool.
So
you just know that pizza tastes better off one of those.
Well, you won't get these style plates anymore because these are plastic coated to resist grease and moisture. But these were purchased from Toy World for $2.95. Even back then, that's probably quite expensive for a pack of 8 plates.
Yeah, that is, I reckon.
So these are from my childhood. So I don't recall having a party with these plates. I'm sure my parents would say, yes, you did, and somehow they didn't use a pack. But these stayed sealed for what, 48 years or 46 years? No, sorry,
46.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Jesus.
That's a bit off there, mate.
Cut myself 10 years.
Your brain's still on holidays.
That's so true. So that's what I wanted to start with showing. Just really cool. And I think, Dan, you said the artwork they put on.
Mikey's holding Raph's weapon.
Oh, yeah, he used to. Good eye.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
He's the yellow turtle, that fifth one that we keep finding. So yeah, that's something that I wanted to show first. Just a really cool piece from my collection from my childhood. So,
dude, are you sure they're from your childhood? Because they are hero turtles, also.
Oh, yeah. They are too. Yeah. Another good spot, Dan.
Wow. Yeah, you pay attention. But yeah, I've had them all my life.
Hero.
Yeah, so for anybody watching in the chat who's not especially familiar, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles was what they were released, was what the whole franchise was marketed as in the UK because, they had, they got a bit upset about the word ninja. And that again, that might be why Mikey doesn't have the chucks, because that was another thing that triggered people in the UK. So, but it's interesting that obviously in Australia they were Ninja Turtles. I don't remember anything Hero Turtles as a kid. That wasn't something that was even in my consciousness until becoming a collector. So that's interesting.
And I still miss that when I'm hunting today at toy conventions. We've got a lot of turtle stuff that's come over from overseas. I still don't notice that hero thing. It's not what I'm looking at when I'm looking at some. So yeah, that's what I want to start with, guys. So pretty cool.
Stow them away with the fine, with the silver, with the silverware and the the formal dining, plates. That's awesome. I mean, it is interesting though, because whenever I see something like that still around, I think, oh, it's just old shop stock. Whereas they were actually in your household as a kid and never got used.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, what's the story there? Like, did not as many kids turn up to the birthday as your parents were anticipating? And
let me see if I can find out the story for next month's Mutagens, and we'll come back to it.
I like it. All righty, that's awesome. It's cool to start off with something that is from your childhood collection, something you had as a kid. That's awesome.
And just Nate's comment, definitely not breaking these out. Absolutely not.
Yeah. Special occasion plates only. Surprised we didn't get those on the 40th birthday, Deano.
I know, right?
Plastic coated, you can probably wash them, mate.
It's always my 50th.
Yeah, exactly. With the plastic coating, they're not biodegrading anytime soon, mate. They'll still be around for the 50th. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Just throwing just a little sly shot there.
Right.
All right, Dan, do you want to go next? Or do you want me to go next?
You can go.
All right. Well, look, I wasn't gonna start with this, but I will, because Deano picked something that he had as a kid. I'm gonna show you guys the one item, or at least the only item that I could find that I had as a kid. So when it came to Ninja Turtles, like any, pop culture franchise of the 80s and 90s, there were annuals, there were coloring in books, there were activity books, there were the movies in story form. Like there was, and I'm sure you guys have got some of these as well. There were so many different books, magazines, all that sort of stuff. I had a few of these as a kid, but I only have one that survived, and it's this. It's
that's a cool cover.
Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It doesn't even have a name on the front. The cover is the front's exactly the same as the rear. It's not on the spine. It literally just says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's like an annual of sorts.
Yeah.
Like if you open it up, it's got all the character artwork and all that sort of stuff, and it's got some very basic comic stories and things like that. But what's coolest to me, the fact that this was mine as a kid.
It's got green shells in that picture.
It's got my substandard colouring in. I've completed the finder word, so this is pretty cool.
Job of Mikey. Beautiful.
This is pretty cool. So to have this from when I was a kid, I was pretty stoked to stumble across this. And I was very much a bookworm as a kid. Like early on, it was this sort of stuff, and then it was like my wrestling annuals, and then it was Goosebumps, and I always had picture books and I don't know, just all this sort of stuff as a kid. My mum hung on to like a very, very small tub, and so many of the ones that are most nostalgic to me are no longer there. I don't know whether they were donated or given away, but pretty cool to have at least this survive. So I'll keep this off with that.
I remember that one as well, Scotty. I remember having that. I think it still might be at my dad's house.
It would be. You've got plates, mate.
Yeah. If the plate survived, I dare say a book would survive as well, especially if it had your writing, your colouring in, all that sort of stuff.
Just say hi to Jules.
G'day, Jules.
Hello, Jules. Happy New Year. How are you?
Hey, Jules. Wait, that's a good one. We should have a colouring competition between your two books.
There we go. If you can dig yours out, Deano, let's compare our work.
Scott's got some Scott's got the touch there, man.
Oh,
Okay, so you want to see what mine's next then?
Yep.
Okay,
Over
so
to you, Dan.
lost Deano. Yeah, so I have got nothing from when I was a child when it comes to merch. Like, I don't even really remember owning anything but like maybe the little mobile cards, but they didn't survive. Just the figures that survived. But one thing I did have that I wanted as an adult after I started collecting was one of these 3D.
Oh, nice.
And my lovely wife was happy enough to buy this for me. And it took me about, I think, a week or two until I realized that it's Hero Turtles. So yeah, it was even more stoked because I wouldn't say it's a rare thing, but it's just cool to have those little pieces of a different sort of time, and it's got a story to it, you know. But yeah, and Mike, obviously.
They're so
slight crack on it, but yeah,
they're so 90s. Those they're so nostalgic. Those.
But the worst thing was you hung them on your windows. Like I had as a kid, I hung on the window, and it just got fake.
Yep.
It was dumb. You know, yeah, definitely a cool piece. Sorry about that. I should mirror my camera. But, yeah.
They're
so
so
cool.
That
right? Or...
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. But do you remember, like, maybe you wouldn't, like, do you remember if you had a Hero Turtles one as a kid, or that wouldn't have even registered to you?
It wouldn't even registered. I wouldn't even have known back
then.
And I had no one. I don't think any kid from that day, like, unless you were over in a certain country, would have knew about the nunchuck thing and that. Maybe.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's definitely. You are starting to see it, like Deano said. You do see a little bit of hero stuff at toy fairs and stuff that's come from overseas, but it is a rarity. I find a lot of it more online.
He's found it.
It's not mine. This one. Just saying hi to Jason, middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. How are you, buddy?
G'day, Jason. Appreciate you joining us, mate. Hope you're doing well.
This is actually Douglas Kerr. This is not mine. This is someone else's. But they've done some pretty cool artwork coloring as well.
Oh, there we go.
See, Deano, you could have put your name on it.
I reckon my dad's sitting here watching this right now going, I've got it. It's here.
He's already dug the book out.
He probably has.
No, I love it.
That's awesome.
Sure.
Want to stay? We can stay with some books.
Yeah, let's go.
So, got this little this one actually says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So this is the first battle. I don't know what the first battle is, but it's really weird artwork. Like,
yeah, it's different, isn't it?
It's a bit different compared to like what you normally would see. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Cool. So this is just a little tiny like turtle book. Found that the other day. So that's actually a new one. This is also new to the collection. I don't know. You guys ever seen this? So this is Hero Turtles as well.
I've got one of them laying around somewhere. I have no clue where it is.
I've not seen that one before.
This is Return of the Shredder, but it's book 3, and it just sort of goes through the cartoon episodes, so you can read along.
Oh yeah, because Return of the Shredder is obviously an episode. Yeah, okay.
But
I think they did the first season in books.
Yeah, so you can see the shrunken turtles.
Episode.
But there's on the back there. Look out for Enter the Turtles, Turtle Power, and the Curse of the Evil Eye. So based on the BBC TV series.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, they were just 2 new books that I picked up for the collection the other day. So,
where'd you get them?
Got them from Tony's.
Oh, nice.
So.
I mean, like these days, books are really the only thing I look for at op shops. You know, make a point of actually looking through. So I wasn't sure if maybe there were some oppie finds or something.
No, not these ones. Oppies are getting harder and harder to find.
Yeah. This comment from Ian is an interesting one. Like, don't you reckon you know, even if you weren't into this stuff anymore, like it would be pretty sick to know that like your book is not in landfill, it's not, you know, in the bin, it's found its way into the home of a collector. Like, I think that anyway.
I know.
I must admit, when I bought items, it's got names in it. I kind of wonder.
TMNT underwear. Oh.
I mean, I like. Look, if I could get some in adult sizes, I wouldn't hesitate to run it.
You can get them in adult sizes. I've got like a dozen pair of TMT.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Santa brought some this year for me.
Did
I've got bluey ones my wife bought me. I've got
they make some stick ones.
I think I've got ones now too. Somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, tattoos under the pants. Does that make them underwear? Okay.
Alrighty,
I'll go next, and I'm going to stick with books, and I'm going to stick with Hero Turtles. This is one of the few things that I have that's Hero Turtles. I don't know if there's anyone from the UK in the chat, but PG Tips, or I don't know whether it's PG or if it's PG Tips. It's a tea brand in the UK, or at least it was a tea brand in the UK in 1990. They released this book. I don't know how you would get your hands on this book. I don't know if they gave it away wherever they sold the tea, but you flick through it, and it's got like a pretty different art style. It's got characters that I don't really remember from any of the cartoons or other comics.
That's awesome.
So you know, it's kind of original story featuring original villains. But when you flick through, it's almost like a Panini sticker book. You know what I mean? It's got the empty things that you.
So you might have to collect it with the tea.
And you would get these stickers with your PG Tips tea, and then you'd be able to fill it in.
I reckon that's pretty unique.
That's a lot of fucking detail in that book for that, like to do that promotional.
Look at the artwork though. Look at Shredder. Like, it's a really interesting art style.
All the robotic dogs.
So I want to try, like maybe I speak to a Luke Reynolds or a VTR David and say, like, you know, can you get, like, I can't imagine these stickers go for much. You know what I mean? If someone's got a complete set of stickers or something like that, but I would love to get the stickers to like display with the book.
So Johnny's saying PG Tips. It was in New Zealand too. We had monkey calendars.
Yeah, right. Monkey calendars. Okay, there you go. I'd never heard of PG Tips before this, but I thought it was pretty sweet. No. I mean, this was a CVCC find, Canberra Vintage and Collectible Centre. I got this many years ago, so I was pretty stoked with that. Now, but even when I bought it, I thought, you know what, it'd be good to track down those stickers at some point, but you know, I haven't stumbled across them, as I probably won't here. But maybe it's an overseas eBay purchase eventually.
That's a really unique one. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet. But yeah, it's interesting. It's inside. It's got all the details of, you know, the stickers that you're looking out for and other things that you could buy in some sort of order form. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah,
does it have a customer service number? You can just call them.
Yeah, but how cool's Krang look?
I know.
It's so different. So I thought that was pretty sweet. PG Tips, Dimension.
Very cool, Scotty.
Very cool.
Daniel.
Yeah. Since we're all doing books, I'm going to do a frisbee.
Good.
Yeah, a sewer saucer. It's one of those soft frisbees.
On card.
Yeah. Might crack it out one.
Super cool.
It is a little bit yellowed, but I kind of love how big it is.
Yeah.
Huge, mate. It does actually have it pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. No. Can you bring it closer?
There you go. It's hard with this camera.
Is that Milton Bradley?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, Deano, remember when we were at the Canberra Vintage and Collectible Centre? I picked up those two goops, those horror frisbees. Yeah, same. Yeah. It's the same company.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's cool.
I got Mikey too.
Oh, you guys got the wrong turtle.
I know.
Hey, you might have to do a swap.
And they're soft rubber, eh?
Yeah, they're really flippy floppy. You can see.
Weird to throw one of them, eh?
Yeah, that's interesting.
They work well as a frisbee. Have you ever tried?
I think this used to get played with. Yeah, at some point.
It was from a kid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Why are you surprised? Come on, guys.
I'm not really anymore.
That's another thing that I'm surprised survives. Like in my house, that would have been left out in the rain. You know, that like, and I just can't imagine. Like, they're not the most solid construction. Those things.
No, I actually thought about that the other day. I actually thought about that the other day. I was wondering, like, because I'm picking up after my 2-year-old all the time. I'm like, my parents must have been picking up after us for 20 years.
Definitely.
My daughter got a kitchen for Christmas, like a fucking massive kitchen set thing.
Oh yeah,
2 kitchens now. As never.
Yeah.
She loves it, but yeah.
Jeff Holt's here.
G'day, Jeff.
Jeff.
Appreciate you tuning in, mate.
Evening.
Hope you're doing well.
Morning. We have done bubblegum trading card. Oh no, we have done trading cards.
Yeah, we did an
episode.
episode. We did an episode about trading cards. I have another trading card item though at some point, which we'll have a squiz at.
I'm gonna do.
What do you got us? Got some merch.
I'm gonna show you guys. So this actually isn't mine, but it's the same one I had as a kid. So it's a pillowcase.
Oh, nice!
Oh, wow, that's in really good nick.
So there's a whole Deano pillowcase set, and a few years ago, it might have been not last Christmas, maybe 2 ago, my family found the old quilt cover that I used to have as a kid. Not my one, that one's gone, but then they purchased it for me as a Christmas present. So I got 2 pillowcases and the actual. So so many fond memories, like in bed.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
With my pillowcases.
I never had like cartoon or toy line bedding as a kid. Not that I remember anyway. Never, yeah.
We had I remember Star Trek Next Generation. I'd really like to get that one back. And this is the only other one. I think maybe my brother had Alf or something, my older brother, possibly.
Alf best friend. That's good.
That's so 80s. Alf bedding.
So this is the 90s. That's the 90s Turtles. But I just wanted to just shout out that every reincarnation of the Turtles throughout the years pretty much slaps all their merch again. So this is the 2012 pillowcase.
Wow. That's cool. I really don't like that.
Cool.
Kind of crazy.
I like that. That side's cool.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show that, yeah, it's not just vintage that there is tons and tons and mountains off.
Slapping TMNT on everything was a tried and tested formula in the 90s and still remains to this day.
What's the cotton feel like, Dean? Come on, the 90s one's got to feel a bit more.
So soft. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. I had one of those pillowcases. My wife, yeah, we're not pulling out every sleeping bag we own, babe.
I just want to say a quick hello to Matt. G'day, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
No worries at all, mate. You get an early night, but appreciate you popping in and saying g'day.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good sleep.
And I also, before we get too far on, I just want to go back to a comment from Nick Smith. I'll take you off the spotlight for a moment, but this is a good question. Did any of you guys have the name sign, like the door sign you put on your bedroom door with your name on it?
Not a TMT one. I had like a train from when I was like a baby, and it just stayed on there for many years.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I think I had my name on like the hotel where you hook your thing on. You say,
do not disturb.
Yeah. Something like it wasn't Turtles, but I did have something.
I had Turtle do not disturbs. Which I mean they're cardboard. I would love to still have that now, but I mean that's cardboard. That's going in the bin, unfortunately, or eventually just getting tatty where it hangs. You know what I mean? But as for I did have a name with I did have a sign with my name, like one of those plastic signs with your name on your bedroom door. I just can't remember what brand it was. I think it might have been something I got from Australia's Wonderland. Remember at theme parks, they would always have like this room, I think.
I love it. I want to start buying some Wonderland merch.
It's just
me too. Me too.
Some comments here from Phil and Jason. I think there was a Star Wars one as well. I think my older brother had maybe Empire Strikes Back betting. If my dad's watching, he could comment.
Return of the Jedi pillow sheet set. That's pretty cool.
See, I remember something like that. It might have been Ewoks. Dang, it's all coming black now.
Who's up next? Where are we at?
Scotty.
Scotty. My go?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, you know what I'll do? I'm trying to stick with a bit of a common theme here. So, Deano did like the bed and bath products. So I'll show you one that I've got. I've got a TMNT washcloth. I mean, it's not in the best of condition.
Oh wow!
This is definitely well used.
That's still pretty good for a washcloth. Like it was.
I know. This thing would have spent through half its life wet. So
what's it say, Scotty? I don't know. Sorry. It's the bow. I thought that was right.
Yeah, that's the same as the same as that.
It is the same.
It is too. It's the same design.
And you just unlocked a core memory. As soon as you showed that, I knew I had that.
I even remember the bath times.
I didn't remember about it until you showed it. Then I just went open door.
Hang on.
Is that my washcloth?
Adam had the washcloth. I don't think this is yours, unless you gifted this to Ryan the Collector Kid and he's re-gifted it to me. I'm not too sure.
I mean, it might have been mine back in the 90s.
It could have been. But no, this was a gift from Ryan the Collector Kid. I bought some, I think some Super Mario Brothers figures off him, and he popped this in, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like I was almost as pumped about this as I was about the figures. Like,
yeah, that's really cool.
What if it was actually a cow and it shrunk?
Love it.
Really small.
I love that it just opened.
I wish they did do small versions. Like they had the sleeping bags that you can get. I've seen a dude who's actually got the display sleeping bag, so it's only like this big, but it's the actual full detail of what you're
display.
Yeah, so it would be on the store display. So instead of having a whole sleeping bag unrolled, it was a tiny one. It's Hatchet got it. Like,
I saw Froggy Flips picked one of those up in a recent video that he it was like a shop display, so they wouldn't have to get all of them out and show the designs. Yeah,
that's a cool piece.
On for a couple of vintage ones we got, but fucking rare stuff. All right, so on to me, I guess. Or did you? Yeah.
Yes, indeed, Jeff. I probably should have put that through the washing machine before I enjoyed it, before I displayed it, but I didn't want to I didn't want to fade it any further. But yes, that's a nice thought. Thank you, mate.
More authentic that way.
True. With real 90s, like, what do I say? Yeah, hopefully not. Yeah, this is a good call from Johnny.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's right, Nate. I rang it out from earlier, and now I'm showing it for your viewing pleasure.
Done. Hit it, Dan.
All right, so try something different again. We'll go with this is actually a new pickup I just got recently, and it's the turtle bowl. And I didn't know, like I only really ever seen pictures like this. I had no idea it's fully detailed on the back.
Oh wow, yeah.
Turtle.
Did that come with a spoon, or did you just use any spoon?
I have no clue. I have done zero research on these things. I just said if I ever see one, it's Mikey, I'm going to pick it up. You know.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it's Mikey.
Yeah.
I wonder if it came with a cereal spoon.
Did you eat out of it?
Nah, it's got like some weird stain like up in the corner here, so I've got to clean it up. But
maybe it belonged to the bloke that had my washcloth. Who knows? But
yeah.
I wonder. Like, I've not seen one of those in package before. I wonder if it came with a spoon and stuff like that.
I've never seen it either. Like I was thinking, and I've never really looked into it. Was it a mail away for a cereal? I don't know. I highly doubt it. I say it was bought. says placed on top rack of dishwater. Nah, yes, that doesn't really say anything on there.
That's so cool.
That's cool. That's a cool
I
piece.
had no idea about the detail here because I've only ever seen them really pictured like this.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, whoa, that's definitely cool.
They definitely went above and beyond with the detail on the underside of that bowl. Like they didn't need to do it to get kids excited about, eating their breakfast with Michelangelo. So I love it. I love when these companies like go that extra mile with the detail and stuff that we now appreciate as adults. You know what I mean? It's cool.
100%. Definitely cool item. But yeah, I was into it if there was a spoon, but I've never seen a spoon with anyone in collection.
Does it sit?
Package. Sorry.
Does it stand up on his feet? That's how you display it?
Nah, it's rounded at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So he just sits like that. He's pretty shallow bowl. Like I know if my daughter uses it, should probably knock it all over the shop. But yeah.
But you can imagine eating out of that while watching the Turtles back in the day, like sitting there on the floor, just smashing.
I still reckon I would need 2 bowls because a lot of cereal. You would have got 2 Weet-Bix if you're lucky in there. But, definitely.
While we've got you there, Dan, Yeeha's just asked a question, and Monique's just said that you've got one. But first of all, I don't know if we said good day to Yeeha, so hey, buddy, appreciate you dropping in. He's asking about watches.
The watch is up here.
Dan's our watchman.
This one's actually signed by Kevin Eastman to my daughter.
That is cool. I'm surprised you didn't have that one out handy, ready to show us. That's
awesome. What's cool about this is the best bit about this. I've only ever seen another 2. Is it comes with weapons.
I know that's weird. Awesome, but
the actual watch holds onto. We only figured that out. I think Dean might actually figure it out in Supernova when we were getting it signed. We didn't even know about it until we were just pulling out and looking at it.
Well, you had that thing in your hand and you didn't even realize it had weapons on the back.
I never really I won it in a raffle and I put it in the cabinet straight away and then didn't get it out until I got it signed. But yeah, so
that's awesome.
And I wasn't really sure what they did too, but they do look like they can be held in the hand. Definitely cool.
That is so cool. But isn't it weird? Isn't it interesting that they came with all 4 weapons, even though it's a Michelangelo watch? I suppose it saves them producing 4 different weapons packs.
And like you look like what Mikey's nunchucks are like Ivory. Sorry. They're so stringy. Like,
dude, like I'm not going out of my way. Like it probably sounds silly because we've all got so much of it. I don't go out of my way to buy merch, but I want one of those. Like. And I wouldn't even really be fussed which turtle it is. That is such a cool piece.
It's cool packaging too, because it's in that packaging that you need like bloody industrial scissors to open up.
But that's good, mate, because some of those, like some of the other merch items, like what I've got, like they're flimsy.
Actually, you can click it. It's actually got a little hole in it.
Oh, it's kind of like it's got its own clamshell.
It doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sound, so it's probably very rooted inside. But.
G'day, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie. How are you,
well, mate? Before we move on from that, just one question from Adam about the weapons. Are the chucks braided or are they straight? Like the regular.
They're just straight.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
They're expensive.
Hell yeah.
I like it. All righty.
Do we want to do one more round before we do a
let's do that. We're already 40 minutes in. Let's go one more round and then we'll take care of our other agenda points and we'll circle back to some merch to finish.
All right. So we'll start with this is for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Does everyone remember going to the cinemas and picking up your drink cup?
Heck yeah.
So that's cool. These are one item that I find, how do these things survive? Because the plastic on them becomes so brittle. Like you would crack this the day that you bought it, drinking it, let alone 30 years later.
Yeah.
I remember I did kill a lot of them. Like I'm just drinking out of them.
Yeah, you fill that up with fizzy drink and ice cubes and you crack it without too much trouble. But I'll show you mine because I've got another one.
Oh yeah, do yours first and then come back to me.
And then we'll come back. So yeah, I feel like I've got the bootleg one though. Like I do it's like a mirrored design. I do like this cup. This is also from the first film from 1990, but compared to Deano's, I feel like this is this was from Parkley Markets or something back in 1990. I don't know, but it's still pretty cool. It's got the Coca-Cola branding. Not quite as cool as Deano's, but I'll take
Just
it.
enlarge this for a sec, Scott. Might as well just show another one. Actually, got a Burger King one. So, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool because that's
Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King.
Anything with the vintage turtles just makes it look so much better.
It's totally awesome. But yeah, definitely cool. I love these. That's where you just store all the shit.
Yeah. Dan, Ollie is admiring your animal hat.
Yeah. How good is it? My daughter picked it.
There you go.
Fucking amazing.
We'll say good day to Rolando. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Rolando.
In.
How you going, mate? And Zazel's here.
And Zazel as well. Good day, Zazel.
No.
Hope you're well, mate. Happy New Year. If it's not too late to say that, I suppose we can still say it.
We say Happy New Year to everyone.
It is still the same year.
Every episode we can wish people a Happy New Year.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
So, just pop back to me, Scotty. You done?
Yeah.
So another cup, and this one's actually from my childhood. This is my drinking cup. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, cool.
So, it's a purple cup. I don't know if it's coming across purple or blue, but it's definitely a deep purple with Leonardo sticker. So
did that come in the lunchbox set? The little purple lunchbox too?
Couldn't tell you, Dan. Couldn't tell you.
No, there was a similar sort of color lunchbox that had very similar stickers.
But yeah, that's surviving the test of time and usage.
Another childhood survivor. It's so tiny in your hand, eh? Like, if I saw that on eBay, I'd think, oh, that's cool. That's like a full-size mug, but look at it.
I can use that. Actually, how was that sticker, Deano? Aha. Yeah, I got the actual sticker.
Yes, I remember seeing that once. They were the show, weren't they?
Yeah. No, I've had these for a while now. I got them from like a Facebook thing. Actually, I had all four brothers in one.
That's definitely that sticker.
So there's where you got it from, probably. That's cool.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, Sean, well said, mate. Especially in the case of Deano, like his parents kept everything.
Oh, I wish.
I wish my mum wasn't so ruthless about clearing stuff out.
But you were kind of stoked when you got money from the garage sales.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Like new rollerblades for like a whole bunch of shit.
Jeff Holt saying, in the UK, we had Nabisco Shreddies, or should that be Shredder, breakfast cereal time with the first movie, painted movie scene on the back with it. You know what? Do you guys remember Turtles? Look, we could probably do a whole other episode on like Turtles food products. But do you remember Turtles cereal here in Australia? Like,
no, I was a wee big kid.
See, we didn't get all those sort of like Captain Crunch and all that stuff.
And the Pac-Man cereal and the Mr. T cereal. I don't think a lot of those made it here. I don't remember eating turtle cereal. I'm sure during the peak there would have been some, but not that I remember anyway.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let me do one more quickly. Or was that our round?
No, you and Dan. But that's a great topic for an episode. Food.
It is. Problem is, I'd have to do some research. Like, I don't have a lot of memories of food products, but I know that there was a ton.
Yeah. Zazel's just put in a comment there. That's the sort of stuff I sort of remember, like turtle gum, canned drinks, that sort of corner shop.
Yeah, I do remember the Pizza Hut tie-ins. Like, I feel like there was a Domino's tie-in not that long ago here in Australia, but I do remember the Pizza Hut promotions as a kid. I remember fast food promotions and stuff like that, but not necessarily going to the supermarket with my mum and like seeing, pre-packaged turtle snacks and stuff like that. I feel like this needs to be a topic because there's a lot of comments on different turtle pizza with apple.
I might keep some
corn chips.
Some memories are coming back. I might keep them for an episode.
We might have to cover that off separately. Alrighty, I'll show one more. This might be one of my favorite turtle merch pieces. I don't know. I love it. I got the yo-yo with Leonardo on it, and with it, like, this company Spectra Star, who released this yo-yo. As cool as this Leonardo one is, and the artwork of Leo playing with the yo-yo is pretty sick. But they did it. They did them for all the franchises that were hot at this time.
That's cool. Is that Gumby? No, that's not Gumby.
Yeah.
He's fucking Gumby.
Nintendo, Gumby, Batman, G.I. Joe, Donald Duck, Ghostbusters, Garfield. So many good
Gumby yo-yo now.
They're like all bangers of like great quality shows.
There's a lot of difference in those like things, but like a lot. It's not like one niche. It's just all...
I know. That's such a good point, Dan. Like, it is really weird to see all these different franchises on the back of one package.
Yeah, because they're not all synced to that company either.
No, that's right.
Video games, comics, TV.
You got to collect them all up.
That is very well said, Nate. One yo is just not enough for a thing this beautiful.
Can you imagine saying
they make a frisbee in that size with that pattern on it too? Maybe?
Yeah, with this sort of image of
Leo. Larger
version. Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah. Can I just jump in? Just jump in a second.
Of course you can, mate.
Nick John Smith, he sent me, because we were talking about it, but he's still got his. If you can see that.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you see it?
Yeah, Yeah, maybe I did have one of those.
That's so nostalgic.
So it's like that.
That is cool. Yeah,
that is super cool.
That's awesome, mate. That's so cool. Sorry, just had to show that. That was
Jewel has the Garfield yo-yo. That's awesome. Alf and Agro ice creams, man.
I remember Agro ice cream.
Yeah. I remember the Agro ice cream as well.
Or they had a
with a bubblegum nose.
Don't remember Alf ones, I think.
Alrighty, sorry, Deano. I'm just leaving you on the big screen there. With nothing to
all right, so lucky last one.
Yeah, lucky last one. We change it up.
This thing was so unique when I spotted it. And to be honest, when I first spotted it, I thought it was full size and actually worked as what it should do, but it's not. I'm happy with it. It's a TMNT kid's phone. So yeah, I actually thought it was a phone. I thought I was going to be able to try find my landline and use it, but yeah, nah. So you can see all the moving parts inside.
Cool. That is so cool. But can I it's just it's just a toy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a toy.
Okay.
It's just a string. Yeah. My daughter loves it. She plays with it every now and then, but
it's so cool though. I love the transparent shell with all the cogs and everything in there. That's sick.
Yeah. There's a funny story too. I remember a couple of months ago I was hanging out with Uncle T and he's like, "Oh, you talk to Adam much, the person I bought this off?" And I go, yeah, he's all right. And he goes, "Oh, has he still got that phone?" And I'm like, "No, it's in my collection today, dude." It is spewing because he wanted it. Because it's a very unique piece.
Yeah.
It is. For kids.
Lovely condition too.
It is. And I only found one picture online that's sealed in box. I can't find it open. So I don't really know much about it too much. So,
I'm glad you picked that up. That's awesome.
Hit me up.
That's a ripper.
Can you guys still hear a bit of?
That was just Steve. It was in the roof.
Oh, was it really? Okay.
It's just a cricket.
Okay. I thought it might have been that sort of feedback noise, but no, that's all good. Alrighty. Well, there's a good chunk of merch. We've got a few more things to show, which we can bring it home with at the end. But we'll go. Do you want to go figure spotlights next?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to kick us off?
Go same order. Go, Deano.
Same order. All right. Yeah. Yep. I can do that. Just got to get this little thing out. So my figure spotlight to start 2025 is going to be Captain Leo.
Ooh.
So Captain Leo, for those that don't know, Playmates Toys owned the rights of Turtles, and Playmates Toys also owned the rights for Star Trek. And they had a whole huge amount of Star Trek figures made, and it was one of the few crossovers that actually got made. So this is why it's Cap. So it's like Captain Kirk as Leo. So yeah.
Can I see the back of him, Deano? I've never seen it. Okay, so it's on the shell.
He's got the shell under his shirt. That's cool.
Okay. I've never really looked at these figures. I really haven't.
So there's 4 of them out there, but we'll stay with Leo because I'll keep the rest. So you get his badge. So that's his stand, which is also their communicator badge that they'd have on their shirt. Like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Beam me up. Cool. So that's his stand he goes on. I'll pop that there. He comes with one of the tiniest little things. I don't know if you can even see.
What is that?
That's his tricorder. And then he says, "Beam me up, Scotty," which he never said, but anyway. You got his phaser. So that's his pew pew.
That's cool.
Wow. So that's authentic Star Trek looking phaser.
It's interesting that they did weapons in different colors. Normally, when it comes to the TMNT accessories in the vintage line, they're all in the one color.
Look at that.
Maybe because they're using an authentic Star Trek piece.
And I guess now I have seen the sword, so the katana, so it's like a space katana. I have seen that in gold as well.
But that's not part of the show, is it? Like, no Star Trek guy ran around with a sword, did they?
Well, no, Captain Leo didn't. Captain Kirk. Okay. He might have.
So maybe that is why they painted it, and that's just a generic color. That's cool.
Yeah. So this is Captain Leo. And I just love him. I don't know how many turtles come with hair. I think that's pretty unique.
The unique head too. It's a bit skinnier, but narrower sort of jaw. I like it.
I don't like this. I really don't like
this white painting is the serial number they were putting on figures back in the when all the Star Trek figures have this. I don't know if you can see that. But all the
that's different.
That's what Playmate's Star Trek figures all have the white bottom, but both legs have the year of that figure. Now, I don't have his card back, but I looked it up, and I just want to read a bit about it because I think it's just damn funny if you know Star Trek. So his favorite character is Captain Pike, which is the original captain of the Enterprise. So the reason why is his favorite character, his face looks like pepperoni. So okay, I don't know. Then it has a sort of he's sort of like blurb about it. So it starts off with the music for the original series. So it starts off going and then it gets into Captain Leonardo, former leader of the USS Pepperoni, is now in command of the USS Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to seek out new pizza recipes and boldly go where no pizza-loving terror turtle has ever gone before. So it's wicked. So they don't have warp speed. They have warp pizza sauce speed. It's just insane. So
there's some mixed feelings on.
Can I see his? Does he have an L on his?
Yeah. So it's an L on there.
Oh, there's the L. Okay.
A little bit faded. Yeah. So cool. I like the crossover. Came in 1994. So just in that last wave before it gets really crazy. But I like that crossover. And I know they were talking about other crossovers.
You're very lucky to get that crossover too, being a Star Trek fan and a Turtle fan. Like, I have got no crossovers that I'm a fan of really from child, so that's pretty cool.
I've got Leo, I've got Raphael, who's the playing Dr. McCoy, the medical doctor. So I'm still after the other two, Mikey and Don. So yeah.
Very cool.
For pizza ratings, I really like him. I think he's really cool. So I'm going to give him 7 slices.
7?
Yeah, he's up there for
Nice
me
call.
this one.
There you go, almost a full pie. I'm not sure we've said g'day to Mr. Brightside, 2017.
Yeah.
Definitely a great set for a Trekkie. It's interesting what Dan says about like not getting a crossover that necessarily appealed to you back in the day. Like I like the Universal Monsters crossovers now because I love.
Yeah, but I didn't have them as a kid.
But I didn't have them as a kid either. Like maybe if back in say like 1991 there was a TMNT and wrestling crossover back then, I think I probably would have begged my parents for that. But yeah, it is pretty cool. Like Mr. Brightside said, as a Trekkie, and as a Turtle fan, to get those figures back in the day. Do you remember like being aware of them and having them back in the 90s?
I didn't. I wasn't aware of them. That was the end of the sort of turtle line where we were sort of getting them. There's a great comment by Zazel there. The T in Captain James T must be turtle. So James,
I did have that on the screen.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's cool. It didn't mean anything to me, but I was putting it up there for you because I thought you would. I'm not a Trekkie, but I think it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's James T. Kirk. So he's played a nice trick on that. I like
that. No, that is cool.
Alrighty,
I'll go mine. I'm coming at it from a different perspective. I'm just a maybe not a classic character, but definitely just a cool turtle villain. And just a really cool figure pack with loads of interesting details. I've gone for Scale Tail. A really interesting figure, like tons of heft. You know what I mean? Like when I first got this figure, I had to check what the original packaging was like, because I mean it's not a mega mutant by any means, but it feels like there's too much figure here to be released on a regular card back, but it was. And it's just super interesting. No legs, instead it's got the tail, and the tail, not only does it have like at least say 6 points of articulation, but it actually allows the figure to stand really soundly, stand better than most figures that actually have legs.
Yeah, shit, yeah, it does.
It's got like what's the Motu character? Is it Tongue Lasher or a King Hiss or whatever that's got all the say? It's got like a bit of that Motu kind of vibe about it, Motu Snake Man vibe about it, which I kind of like.
Like a Medusa arm.
It is, yeah. He's got like the articulated tongue in his mouth. Comes with some interesting accessories, blasters, backpacks, accessories that clip onto the tail. I'm missing a whip accessory, but I just really like this figure. And above all, when I pulled down some of the merch that I was showing you guys, this fell down. So I thought, well, look, if this is coming off the shelf, I'll give it a bit of shine.
It's meant to be, mate.
What are you saying? Cobra Khan.
Cobra Khan.
Yeah.
Hey, Scotty, I've got to catch up on the comments in just a tick. Yeah, Cobra Khan is who I was thinking of. Yeah, exactly. That Cobra Khan Snake Men sort of vibe. Lots of cool detail. Almost got like a Motu-style chest harness accessory there as well. Not accessory, but just a sculpting detail.
He spits, doesn't he?
Does he spit?
You fill his backpack out
Really?
Doesn't he spit like venom or something?
No, there's nothing that squeezes. No. He does.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, the hood of the Cobra has a bit of flex in it, and I think you might be right, Dean.
Oh, I'm going to end up wrecking myself here trying to get that.
The mouthpiece is just too unique to not be.
Yeah, but I can't see any. I honestly can't see a hole in the mouth. In the mouth.
I'm googling.
Google it. But yeah, that's my spotlight. I thought it was a pretty sweet figure. I was pretty stoked to get this into my collection. Maybe last year.
On the shelf too.
What year is he?
92.
He's an early figure for something so big and bulky.
Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
Oh, I'm going to get wrecked doing this.
Yeah, agreed, Nate. Definitely an awesome sculpt. And just an example of what we were talking about before with the Michelangelo bowl that, they just went way above and beyond with the sculpt.
I've got his card, but it doesn't say anything.
What's it say about his backpack?
This says belly busting backpack.
Show us the card art. It's got a really cool card back. Check that out. Like
Yeah, I love this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really cool.
Art.
It'd be a sick figure to have on card as well. Just
It doesn't say it, but it really does kind of look like he does meant to shoot out. But yeah, I always find it weird that his weapons are blue on the card back too. So
yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a variant with blue weapons.
No mention of a play feature though.
No.
No, not that I could see.
But it is interesting because if you take off the backpack, oh, you know what? Nah, it's just the hood of the Cobra has like a little bit of pliability to it. I don't. No, I'm almost certain it doesn't. It doesn't have like a water squirting feature.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Good work, everyone. Thank you,
Dan?
chat, for listening as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zazel.
Thank you, Zazel. Appreciate that, mate.
You want to make it bigger, Scotty?
Yep.
So I'll go something different this time around because why not? I want to see if chat will guess it. So this is a custom I've done myself. So it's 3D printed and painted, and this is the sidekick of the character. Bear in mind, it is kind of different colors. Does anyone in chat know what the character is? Obviously, Deano. He's got 4 in his collection.
I don't have one.
No one. What about?
No guesses.
No guesses. What about
Give it a sec.
Yeah.
That's a nice paint job on that one. I hadn't seen that one.
Came up all right.
There you
We've
go.
got a guess.
There we go. We knew he would.
Is he right, but?
All right. Oh, yeah, he's right. We'll show the fish. This is actually meant to be a club. And bear in mind, this is an upscaled figure, so he's bigger than a normal figure. And obviously, too, I was going to do the same sort of paint scheme because I didn't really want to line up the stripes because I just thought it looked shit. And I kind of like something a bit different. So yeah, that's my.
Oh, he's so much bigger than I thought he was. Now that you're holding him up.
Yeah, so he's bigger than a.
He's like, is he like 10 inch?
He looks like a Super 7 sort of scale, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of going with. I was going with bigger originally, but then I went,
You've done a fantastic job.
Absolutely nailed the paint job on that thing.
So, with a lot of these, like all these joints and that, they are movable. I'm not going to even try and move that one because it's not moving at the moment. But yeah, they're movable and they're actually magnetic.
Yeah.
So I do that with a lot of my custom figures that I do. I make them magnet for them. The legs aren't magnetic; they're actually on a joint. Same for the head.
Ollie says, "Brad, love it."
Yeah, it's so sick.
Definitely pain in the ass, like painting those numbers, and then I did the 2 different color eyes on it. And then another thing that I did realize after starting this figure was, don't mix up paint and then think, oh yeah, I'm gonna finish it in the night, because you don't. So I ended up buying like little tubs to make the brown, because I ended up painting one section, then painting another section that was 2 different shades. So yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the ass there. But I think you can actually see
the paint quality.
The head. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but if you didn't point that out, then I wouldn't have seen that.
Nah.
I think you've done really well. I even love the gun, the
birthday
the
cake
cake.
gun, yeah.
Well, that's really what made me want to paint the figure so much, was the detail is so lost in this gun when you see it.
Yeah.
In just yellow brick form sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I own this figure, so why not have a custom version? But yeah, definitely cool. And that's all
very well
3D printed and painted. But yeah, that's like 6 months project that was, because I'm a lazy buck.
So what's this year?
Good fun.
What's this year?
Well, I just did hotspots, weapons. I finished them off. So
yeah.
And then still got a couple other things going.
I know it's a custom, but you got to give it a slice of pizza. Well, how about we'll give it a slice of pizza, because
I'll give it 14 pizzas. I don't know. Like, probably if I'm not unhappy with it, so I'd probably give it 6 slices in my eyes. Like, I'm not going to say it's perfect because there is definitely little imperfections, but yeah.
I think it's a 7. I think it's awesome. I think you did really well.
I think it's a full pie. I mean, I think you absolutely crushed it, mate. And if you're pleased with it, you're always going to be hard on it and find faults, and you're looking at it super closely as well. So
yeah, and you know all those little faults you did. That's the hardest part of doing customs and sort of artwork. You know your little fuck ups along the way. It's like building a house, I suppose.
Mate, look, a lot of love for the scratch in the chat. Like a lot of people loving it. Ollie's saying we need to see more of your customs. I agree 100%. Maybe we need to add like a custom corner or something every other episode and see some of your work. Adam's keen to see a collection tour. I agree. Just very high scores. 9 out of 10 slices. I agree with that.
I need to get my missus to build more Lego before we do a tour.
You didn't slice yours either, Scotty.
I didn't. Oh, mate, I'm going to give Scaletail. Look, I score highly. I give them all. I want to give them all a full pie. I mean, I'll give Scaletail. I've got to give it 7 slices just because it's so unique and so detailed, and I've got to give it 7 slices. Maybe I'm going a bit high on that, but I think I probably score the highest. But I love it.
Yeah, that was good. That was some good spotlights there.
Definitely.
Damn, love spotlights. So we're going to kick it into some news now. So Dan's got some turtle news ready for everyone. So take it away, Dan.
Let me share my screen first, mate.
All right. We'll continue talking. That's the highest since we've started the mutagens. That's the highest pizza slices we've received for any figure. I keep a list of them all.
Oh. All right, so first, these fucking ugly things.
They're not looking good.
Huh?
They don't look crash hot.
No, they're not looking crash hot. So these are the TMNT Undead Turtles by the Loyal Subjects, which is it's a maker of them, but I think it's a BSTAXN that make them. But similar ones that make those like cheaper sort of figures that sell with JB. But yeah, definitely different. So there we go. We've got Raph in his glory. Apparently, they do have some sort of glow feature. I don't know if it's the belt that glows. But, I don't have any pictures of that. You got Mikey. I don't know, Dino, where would you say these figures are from? Are these like a 2012 sort of shape?
They're giving that vibe, but they're not exactly that.
Because they're like angry at the same time. Like, I don't know. They're different looking. I'm not a huge fan of how the
your vocals are dropping out a bit, Dan. You're just going up and down. Sorry, mate.
Is it worth Dan reconnecting like he did before? Do you reckon?
I can do it. Why is it echoing again?
It's just dropping. It's like low, high, and we're getting a bit of.
That might just be me. I changed the settings before.
But someone's comment. Whose comment was that?
Johnny said. Johnny said the style of the figure is from the IDW comics, the earlier art style.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with those comics, Dean?
No. Obviously, I know about them, but I never read any.
Yeah, definitely different. All right, so we'll get on to the next one. How's my voice?
That's sick. Yeah,
that is cool.
This one's a weird one because this one reminds me of Terminator, how John Connor had the motorbike. Because he comes with a motorbike. Yeah, definitely different.
So that's a. But hang on, is that? I feel like I've seen that Casey before. Is that?
So this is a different version of a NECA. So I'd say they've done a similar sort of figure, and now this one comes with a motorbike.
It's just such a random inclusion, though, with that Casey.
It's a very random.
It looks cool.
Anyone in chat that knows the comics with Casey, did he ever ride a motorbike? Because I have never seen anything to do with motorbike.
Hey, Dan, your audio is like very quiet and then super loud. Maybe just pop out and pop back in.
Give me 2 seconds.
So
Yeah.
Nate's saying if one bites me, I'll turn into an undead turtle because I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing an undead turtle. I'm sure there's like, is that what the IDW comic was, like a little spin-off series of undead turtles? Something like
I have
zombie
no idea.
apocalypse?
I'm not too sure. Yeah.
If not, that would be sick to see.
Casey on John Connor's dirt bike for sure. All right, let's get down in again.
Testing 1, 2. Oh, good.
Oh, there's a lot of static.
Yeah. You got that
Oh,
humming.
I think my fan's turned on in this bloody computer. That's why. Just gonna try something else, guys.
Alrighty, that's okay, man.
Any different? Any different?
No.
Nah, it's still up and down, mate.
Fucking hell. So is it too bad to go on?
Robo Dan returns.
Fuck's sake.
That's all right. It's the start of the year. We're allowed to have gremlins.
New.
Gremlins, indeed. We were in the green room. It was spot on, but look, that's the way it goes sometimes. That's okay.
Johnny said that the ongoing comics are still going now with over 100 issues, and he's read them all.
Wow.
I'd love to read them because like
Still the same.
100 comics, like how many different storylines would they have throughout that like those years?
Staticky boys.
How many comics come out a year, Johnny? Is it like monthly? Is it 12? Is this like 10 years of comics?
All right. No, that's all right, Monique. No worries at all. It's usually, as Sean pointed out, it's usually me with the tech issues. You know, I take a couple of months off to sort out my internet, and Dan's had flawless audio until now, and it's playing up a little bit. That's okay.
Right.
I hope not to be next.
No, still there.
Nah, I can't hear the static anymore, mate.
All right, let's get through this.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm going to turn your volume up just a touch, Dan, because it's a little bit on the quiet side. But
well, I've turned my mic volume down. So that's probably why. Just in case it's doing it. No, I've shared that screen.
alrighty.
How cool is the display? You pop the mono. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's just so random though. Like it looks cool. You know, I like the version of Casey just with the motorcycle. It's just super random. Yeah, I can't help but just think it's a toy company saying, "How can we get more sales out of this figure? Put him with a motorbike.
Give him a bike.
How can we get rid of this motorbike?
And give him John Connor's bike. We already made it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Sean Franklin, g'day, mate.
How are you?
The
Welcome.
tank a different color. You going?
Um,
The next one. This is part of a set. It comes with a shredder. I'm pretty sure. So this is like a beaten up Leo. So he's like all bruises and shit all over him. Movie Leo.
Dan, we're losing you again, mate.
Man.
It's okay. It happens.
Alright.
just flick through them if you like.
Yeah, we'll just pump through them.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
it's kind of on the disgusting side, but what a figure to have if that's what you collect.
You know what? I do like that. Like, you know, the scene in the first film where you know Shredder takes his mask off and you can see where Splinter scarred him, like back in the old, you know, like that was always a moment in that film that I thought was so cool. So to see like that reflected in figure format is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely cool. I'm just muting my mic in between.
No worries. Just Johnny's actually said that comic's been actually going, and they're monthly, so it's been going for a decade. Relaunched recently with new stories.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, wow.
Yeah, so this is obviously those two figures, and Shredder's got his mask piece on.
Yeah.
I want to jack Dan's volume right up, but I'm scared it's going to get really loud again and just freak out anyone wearing headphones. So I won't do that. So is that a 2-pack, or is that just another shot, another promotional shot of that Shredder figure with the Leo?
Yeah, so this is the same one. He's just got his mask on.
Gotcha.
That's sick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, then they've got these ones from Joy Toy, which is I actually like this April. I don't know why.
I like what they've done to it. I like that they've taken the new like social selfie look and put it into the old turtle communicator camera.
This company is doing some cool shit. Joy Toy, they're doing some actually really cool figures. A lot of detail, like similar like NECA. But, yeah.
What size scale are we talking on this?
So it's a 10.4 centimeter action figure. So it's not
10.4 centimeter.
Yeah, so it's not that like.
Oh, so it's tight. It's like 3 3/4 nearly.
Yeah, well, that's what it says on the pictures here. It says.
Yeah, so it's like the same scale as the original toy line, like 4 inches.
Yeah, it looks a lot bigger.
It looks detailed for that smaller scale.
It looks too
especially
detailed.
with removable bits too. Being that scale is a bit strange. But that's what it says on the picture. It could be wrong.
I don't know if Ollie's saying it looks dumb for this one or not.
No, I think Ollie was talking about the Casey Jones on the dirt bike popping them on. I think.
Yeah, so she comes with some bits, some boxing gloves. The mouths are definitely cool, and the little figure stand that you get with it.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar. Like, I've heard Joy Toy. I've heard that company, referred to in the Facebook group, sharing the figures they're doing, but I can't picture the other stuff they're doing. But I've definitely heard good things. And to Dean's point, like that is a cool concept. It's like an original classic animated series look April, but updated into more of a modern look, and with the whole selfie vibe loaded with accessories. It is pretty cool for sure.
Well, if you like that, let's see if you like the next one. They've done Splinter.
Oh, that's cool as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like that. He looks a bit old to be having baby turtles, but
oh yeah, definitely. Baby turtles are definitely cute, but
yeah.
But it's interesting because that April looks like a cartoon April, but that's
Splinter looks more of a comic sort of
Yeah.
Different.
So many.
It comes with some unique accessories. I don't think these are going to be cheap figures either, guys. I think, I'm not sure. Is Joy Toy the ones that do like the Transformer looking ones too? Like the robotic sort of turtles?
You're still really up and down, Dan. It's really.
I'm not too sure what else Joy Toy do. I don't really have. I'm not really across all the modern stuff these days, but those are definitely two cool turtle figures. I do like their take on April and Splinter.
Oh, shit.
These are the new Saturday morning adventures.
Oh yeah, this is a Saturday morning, the IDW or whatever, the wrestling one. This is Dark Leo. It's actually I like this better than the Donnie one they did. This looks kind of cool. I still am a sucker for those cartoon neckers.
So this was a comic I was going to start reading, but it just got away from me. I'm like, oh, how many issues are there now?
So is this a new comic series or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, it's in the style of the original cartoon, so it's part of the Saturday morning adventure series. And back to Sean Franklin, he asked a little bit back. I've read the Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book. I haven't read them, but I have watched the animated movie that they made, which is friggin' awesome. That was a great story. I don't know if you boys have seen that. Have you seen that?
I know of it, but no, I've not read it, and I've not seen that. Unfortunately, no. You'd recommend it though, Deano?
Hell yeah.
Juiced up looking.
I don't have it on hand.
Definitely beefed up. These ones.
These are the new He-Man.
Yeah, they're huge.
They do look cool.
But I'm still not a fan. Like I really kind of like the skateboard.
So who released these?
These ones I think they're called a Ling Jung Hung is the brand that make these ones. It's not actually a big, but it is licensed under Nickelodeon, if you can see in the top corner. So there's a lot of these like little toy companies that's releasing to the bigger ones, sort of thing.
It is a good thing, I suppose, because regardless of what your preferred look is or scale or price point, you've got something to choose from. But there is just so much TMNT stuff coming out. Just doesn't
so much
stop.
difference too. So much difference. Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
I only had one picture of them. These ones here are meant to be the Dead Brothers from the Ronin series.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sorry, Scotty.
Spoiler.
Yeah, fucking ugly. I did not like these figures one bit.
Are they glow in the dark? Is that just like a transparent?
They're translucent more than glowing.
Oh, they're the ghosts, yeah, because they're always talking to him.
Yeah.
Have you read Ronin?
Yeah. I've read parts of it. I haven't read the whole thing.
So the brothers are always talking to the other turtle.
The best one.
I don't mind them.
They're part of a NECA line. They're different. But they're also doing this leather.
NECA really goes
Sorry,
deep.
Nate.
Pardon?
I'm just apologising for the spoilers. That's all right.
Oh, my bad, mate.
Been out for a while.
Yeah. I really like the foot soldiers they're doing with these NECAs. I reckon they're cool looking.
Yeah, that's cool. The foot. You know what the foot soldiers look like? They're the look of the foot soldiers on that artwork that you got for your birthday from Tony, Dean.
Yeah, 100%, man. They're pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah,
I think they could have done more with Leatherhead here. He's pretty plain, like he needs a belt or something. But I suppose.
Yeah, he's got none of the character details. It's just he looks like he's just freshly mutated or something. You know what I mean? Like no belt or hat or anything like that.
Kind of a Killer Croc sort of mix up.
Massive scale though.
Yeah, these NECAs, like they're given the opportunity for people that collect them to do such great world building.
For sure. No, they're cool. I do quite like that Leatherhead. I mean, although it's a bit basic insofar as it doesn't have all the accessories and the details and the sort of character-specific features, it does look cool, just as like an enormous mutant croc.
Yeah, I like the detail. I like it. Extra.
I wouldn't know it was turtle if you gave it to me, but
no, definitely not.
Here's another one from this Joy Toy brand, and this is where I kind of do like these last couple. That's why I left them to the end. Because they've done an Android body Krang, but they've also in the same kit you can buy comes with robot one. So definitely cool. And it comes with obviously is very sort of similar things. You've got all hand attachments by the looks of it too. So.
Do you know the scale of that Krang?
So that one's only 16 centimeters.
16 centimeters.
Half a 30 centimeter ruler.
Yeah, so about 6 inches, which for like
not big.
No, not big at all.
The detail, especially when you got to take parts off. So I really want to look at them and see if I can find like a video review of these to see what they're like, because they do look like they're going to be pretty small.
Yeah, crazy detail for such a small scale. I mean, I suppose that's that's probably what keeps the price point in check. But mind you, I don't know how expensive they are. They might be quite dear.
Not 100%. Okay, so then they've also doing a slash figure.
Oh wow, that looks
this is cool. The next one's definitely not cool, but this one's definitely cool. Yeah. I really like it. I like how they've done the belt on this dude. Like a wavy sort of belt to it. And,
very predator looking slash hands.
Oh, it's full on. And then you've also got the little baby slash. And you can see they've done different sort of texture on the back of his shell. It's a bit hard to see in the picture, but for the snapping turtle look. See, he comes with a lobster sandwich. I don't get this. In the cartoon, do we remember a lobster sandwich with Flash? I don't.
Oh, there must have been something. It's pretty. I mean, it seems too random to not have some sort of deep cut into a cartoon or a comic or something like that.
No, wait. Slash would be what sort of Rocksteady's pet, I think. Some shit like that. Cool. Yeah. All right, so we get to the lucky last one. This is one just get your vomit back. It's about the redone Toka.
Oh wow!
Dang. That. Oh yeah, I can see it.
Interesting, Johnny pointing out that Slash and Toka are mold mates once again. You know what I mean? They use some of the same parts for those figures, just like they did in the vintage line.
Maybe that's why they've done it, but yeah, definitely different. I like how he's got a little foot logo on the belt there, but yeah, there's lots of detail in this figure for a small figure. But,
yeah, Sean, I'm with you, mate. Like, yeah, there's just so much. There's so much turtle gear. Like, I feel like most people these days, if they're picking some stuff up, you got to pick and choose. Like, you can't really be collecting. Look, I remember a few years ago, I'd see a lot of people that were collecting NECA and Super 7 and the vintage line. You know what I mean? I feel like it's, you need to make some choices these days. It's one or the other, or just picking the figures that you like as opposed to, collecting a whole line in full. But you're right, mate. There is so much.
A lobster sandwich would go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. That's still news this week, guys.
Awesome, mate. Appreciate you powering through the audio issues. And
sorry about the audio. I'm going to go back to mute for a bit. I'll keep your thumbs up in the background.
No need to apologise, mate.
It only dipped when you were PowerPointing, when you were showing.
Okay. I'm running 2 screens off this computer, off a laptop, so could be that. I know you do it when I do this.
Yeah. No, that's all good. We got there in the end, so I appreciate everybody bearing with us for that one.
We are 10:30, but do we want to just go around and show one more sick piece of merch from our collection?
Yeah, we can do that. We can show one more before we bring it home. First, I just want to get to Yeha's question here. Have we done a vehicles or villains episode? We have done a vehicles episode. I think where we focused on. I think we focused on like the 1988, like the first wave of vehicles. Villains episode is something we haven't done, like specifically deep diving on the villains. We can absolutely do that. We floated the idea previously between us. So I think it's only a matter of time before we spend an episode focusing on the villains. But definitely some good ideas there, mate.
I've got a pretty extensive list of things that have popped into my head that we could talk about. It's just getting to them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, you probably get sick of me saying it, but from my childhood, and this is just super awesome.
Oh, you got a kite. That's cool.
Wow. Is that hang on, is that sealed in its original package?
No, it's open.
Oh, it's just, you've just put it back in.
Yeah. So the kite
that's cool.
So that is what the actual kite looks like. And I remember flying this. This is flown proud in the park near our house back in the day. So that's ready to fly, easy to fly, realistic in flight. And it's also great for room decoration. See?
But what's it look like when it says realistic in flight? What is it? It's just that's it. There, it's just a giant Raphael.
Just a giant Raphael.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of the more unique pieces that I've enjoyed in my collection. But I just wanted to show this one little thing. This is just a side thing. I just stumbled across it yesterday when I was looking. Not really merch, but I just had it out, so I wanted to show it. So this is my autograph from when I met Rob Paulson, who did the voice of Raphael and did the voice of Donatello in the 2012 one.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
I thought that was like a signing you went to as a kid, but no, that's like a more recent thing. Oh, Oz Comic Con. Okay.
Yeah, this is probably 8 years ago. He came out, so I went and said, hey. Yeah, just wanted to show that. It was a cool piece that I saw yesterday when I was looking at some stuff.
That is cool. Nate saying realistic in flight for the kite probably means that it looks like a real kite.
Yeah.
Realistic in flight is such a strange selling point. And Sean saying get that kite into a frame.
All right, let's have a look.
All right, let me make you big. You don't want to rip this thing, 35 years later.
No, there's a bit of sticky going on, but where am I? So, look, it looks like a kite.
That is pretty cool.
So if I just do this,
and you guys use your imagination.
There you go.
Yeah,
that is what a kite looks like. Oh,
that is cool.
So, yeah.
I like it.
Spectra Star, 1989.
Oh, that's the same company as the yo-yo, Spectra Star. That must have just been a lot. That must have just been like a, just a weird random merch company that just licensed brands just for the purpose of random merch. That's pretty cool.
That'd be a Gumby kite.
I enjoy seeing that. It was fun to take it out.
I'll show one more thing, and there's some classics that we didn't get to. The Pizza Hut toys and the the mobile cars and all that. But we'll save that for another time.
Next episode.
In fact, I didn't get to Adam's piece either, but we'll save that. I've got so much merch we didn't get to, but I just want to show one because this is probably the most memorable for me as a kid, and that's the collectible medallions.
Oh yeah,
that you got from the news agencies. So it's a set of, what are we talking? About 15 medallions, and you got them from the news agency. I think they were $1 with the Sunday Telegraph or something similar to that. I'm assuming they would have been with the Sunday Telly. And then you could get, the display stand to put them all in. But I never had the stand. Like, I never had the display, I should say. But I definitely collected these medals. And just, like, the actual designs of each character embossed on these medals, really, when I look at them, I'm like, I can totally remember getting that as a kid. Like, they're just very, very memorable. So if I'm covering one more on this chat, I had to just quickly throw in the medals because I absolutely love it. Very, very nostalgic.
Were these just Australia, New Zealand?
I think they did them in the UK too. I could be wrong.
Okay,
but I've seen a different display with the medals in there, and that might have been in the UK. But again, I'm not 100% sure.
Nate's saying the medallions are cool, but they don't look like a kite.
Yeah, the medallions sadly aren't realistic in flight. So.
But they realistically display.
That's right. Yeah, very true, Johnny. It's very interesting, mate. Whoever had this back in the day laminated it on top of the medal, or on top of the medallions or the medals or whatever, and it's preserved them. Like, they're all still super shiny because I've seen this display before, like several times previously, with all the sort of corroded coins inside. So, yeah. Seen UK folks with them. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was pretty sure. Yeah, and Ollie saying he had them as well.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
And Nick saying someone at Collecticon said there was a UK version. Yeah. There we go.
The UK is more of a flip out book.
Oh, is it?
Okay. It's a medallion set.
There you go.
Okay.
I got one more to show. If you can stand my mic for a bit.
Go for it, mate.
Alright, so I've got 3 sets of these, like different types, but yeah, these are a unique one. So these are bottle caps from Brazil. So
that is cool.
Bottle caps with all the different figures. I've put magnets on the back to hold them on.
Oh, that's genius.
So, yeah, definitely cool. There's the other ones are some are situated that way. I think this is the only one that's got the vertical sort of thing. Yeah, definitely cool. I don't know much about them. All I've heard is they're Coca-Cola. They're from South America. I have seen other people with them, so I guess they are legit.
But are they legit bootleg?
No, they're real.
So it's Mirage Studio?
Coca-Cola. Pardon?
Like Mirage Studio, Coca-Cola crossover?
I can't see any of that. On the bottom of it, it says, it does have like a Mirage Studio on the bottom of it here. But on the actual caps, I can't see. There is some smaller writing, so there might be something, but it's in different language.
And what's the point of it? Is it a game?
No,
or is it just a collection?
Like
the coins.
Yeah, like the coins, just a collectible.
Yeah. So.
Again, I'm sure it was. Does it say where, like, what retailer they were sold at? Whether it was a gas station or a supermarket?
It doesn't say anything. See, I don't know. Even like I got these off Tony B. And he said, like, he doesn't even know if this is actually, like, I've seen him on the same copy of this, but he doesn't know if this is the original bit of paper because it is in pretty good nick. Like it's pretty straight. And
Yeah.
Look at the back of it. You think, I'm pretty sure that would have some sort of browning. You know? But the caps are pretty. Hey, they could be bootleg. They could be fake as all shit, but they're cool.
Yeah, they are very cool.
And every set's a different set of characters and pictures. So
have you asked
all three of what?
Hatchet? Pardon? Have you asked Hatchet if he's got any?
He's got a set. He's looking for the other two. So I've got the 3 sets that came out, and he hasn't ever been. He's only ever been able to find one set. So pretty rare item, but I don't legit.
It's cool, but
very cool.
That's what's good about. That's what's good about.
Still playing up, guys.
No.
Okay, because I've turned off the other monitor, so it could be that. Could be because I've got like 3 monitors here.
Wow, that's what's great about Turtle merch, because they made so much of it. They made so much bootleg that for us now collecting and finding unique pieces, you stumble across those things that you're not sure are real or are bootleg. It just makes them more appealing.
And I like some of the bootleg stuff sometimes. It's good.
For sure. For sure.
Definitely.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we'll leave it there. Was there anything else you guys wanted to throw in before we?
No, I think that's it. I think, like we said, there's so much out there that we definitely will do another episode in the future. We're back month to month now, guys. So looking forward to different topics and just getting into 2025.
For sure. I mean, I've definitely got a bunch more I could share, but rather than just like quickly showing them in a rush, I'd rather save it for another one. But it's been a blast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We've had a good turnout in the chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, whether you've just popped in and said g'day or whether you've hung in for the full stream. We really appreciate it. It wouldn't be the same without you guys. And especially, with a little bit of audio issue, or even when I was having internet dramas, really appreciate everybody hanging in with us. But we look forward to seeing you guys back next month or so. We'll work out some timing. We'll get it happening, and we'll pick another fun topic, and we'll spend another hour or 2 with you guys, and we look forward to it. But until then, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Thank you, everyone. Catch you later.
See you later. Bye.